Hey guys, today I'm going to show you how to create an amazing work of art in the style of legendary artist Andy Warhol. These are some of Andy's work, the three Marilyns you saw a second ago. Some of these other ones are just inspired by Andy Warhol's pop art movement. Okay, here. So first thing you have to do is get yourself a clean sheet of paper. This can be a rectangular sheet of paper. It can be a square piece of paper. Either way is fine. But you want to figure out the midpoint in both directions here, the long and the short way. If you're using an 8.5 by 11 sheet of paper, that would be 5.5 inches on the long seam, and then 4.5 on the short seam. Make a couple of little marks and connect those two marks and you will have a perfect division of your paper. Okay, this is my printout that I got off of the internet. I had to do a few different sizes to get the exact right size so it would fit into my rectangle, but as you can see I am scribbling on the back side there and I want to cover up all of the lines entirely. What this is going to allow me to do is to do what I call a transfer. Okay, so right now I have my printout underneath my project paper and I am drawing lines and I'm measuring it out so that I can create a smaller version of this, basically a version that fits onto the exact size of one of the little rectangles in my drawing space. So I am drawing those lines and I'm going to cut this out so that I can easily move it from rectangle to rectangle and transfer my image like that. Okay, so I've got my picture cut out now and I've placed it over the bottom left square rectangle that is of my project, and I'm just going to trace over all these lines. It's a little bit of a tedious process, but it gets the job done. What this is going to do is leave a graphite, sort of like a ghost image underneath. I'm going to show you what that looks like in a little bit of full speed here. You noticed it flipped over for a second there. I was just reloading the graphite onto the back, so there was plenty. And I've just traced over all of them. At that point I have my awesome ghost image in each of my rectangles, and then I'm going to go over that with a pen and firm that up entirely so that I can see it. Okay, so that was it for the drawing portion. Now I'm into the painting process. This is a little bit more time consuming. It probably took me around an hour and a half to paint all of these. You could use any medium you like, crayons, markers, colored pencils, anything will look good on this. I do like paint though because it gives a really saturated and filled in look. You do want to have white paint at your disposal as well, so you can make those lighter tints. Those tend to look really nice. And I like to sort of create a theme within each of the rectangles so that each little rectangle is sort of its own little freestanding work of art. And when you combine them all together, they look really nice. And you may have not noticed, but I went ahead and changed the color of the ice cream in the upper left corner. It used to be really dark. I changed it to a lighter color to help it contrast against that super black background. That's the good thing about using acrylic paint. As soon as it's dry, you can paint over it and make modifications how you would like. Okay, coming down the final stretch here, as you can see, I've got a gel pen out and I'm going over the entire thing in pen. You want to make sure that your artwork is completely dry before doing that, otherwise you'll mess up your pen. Okay, here's a picture of the final piece here. I think it turned out awesome. Thank you so much for watching, and good luck making your own Andy Warhol inspired artwork.